And we're back. Hoff and Vase, Vase and Hoff. I'm Vase, he's Hoff, and together we're us together. And we're watching Revenge of the Sith.
Absolutely.
We started, was that last night? Seems like a lifetime ago.
Last night,
I said, was it last night that we started watching this, or was it?
it felt like, yeah, but maybe like a year ago.
Time flies when you're having fun. But so yeah, we're gonna finish watching Revenge of the Sith, one of the best
Dude,
Star Wars movies around.
I swear to God, dude, if I was like near you, I would steal your hat. Once again, I love that thing. I'd steal your hat.
Thanks.
No, don't thank me for stealing your hat.
Well, just the sentiment.
But yeah,
You would be willing to rob me, someone you care about. That's how much you like or desire this hat.
I'd rob you. I'd rob you in a heartbeat with that hat.
I accept that compliment. And I take it as such.
So we are going to be picking up where we left off last night. How far are we in?
Approximately 44 minutes, just like about 10 seconds before 44. I've got Anakin and Palpatine looking over at the albino chick right after he goes, "Leave us," when they're at the weird bubble opera.
Anakin, Anakin's.
And we're about to get a truly tragic moment.
Tell me when to hit play, bruh.
Story. All right, I've got a dejected looking albino.
By the way, I got that reference about the tragic moment. I don't think I wasn't listening.
All right, here comes the countdown. We're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, blammo. Whoa.
Is yours playing already?
Yes.
I hit pause for a second. No, mine's loading. Hit pause. All right, now he's sitting down. He just sat down.
Sit down. Okay, I got you. I'm sitting.
Anakin just sat down. All right. So here we go. I might want to hear this too. Anakin playing Anakin's. Using way too many napkins.
I'm not sure I understand. Anakin.
So, Vase, you heard this rumor about how Palpatine and Jedi was a clone?
I don't even want to talk about that.
I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil the moment. I was
heard
thinking about it since it was on screen.
So horribly depressing to me.
Yeah, and the real Palpatine is the one that we see in
oh my God,
Rise of Skywalker.
If that's true, then I'll never watch another. I'll stop watching The Mandalorian. God, screw them. If that's even, oh God.
I want to bring something up right here. If you watch Anakin's face at a certain point, they use CGI to manipulate it. Have you ever noticed that? To manipulate his facial expression? I'll let you know when it happens. Just keep looking at his face.
He literally just said, "All who gain power are afraid to lose it." And like he's got emergency powers, like out the ass. God.
Do you think the Jedi think inward?
Is your audio playing out of the TV?
Yeah, can you hear it?
I could, and I don't want this to get like.
I don't know how to listen to the movie and then not have it come through the microphone.
Can you turn down the movie at all? Or down the if you could turn back down the input of the mic a little bit. They'll just I'll get a big fat copyright strike.
Right here, watch his face right here. Watch his face right here. I'll put on the closed captioning. Watch it like I'm foreign. Watch his face here coming up. It's coming up right here, dude. You can see him like manipulate his face.
What part of his face?
The whole expression of him like looking down and it's
Okay.
better with the subtitles on anyway because I can see more of the text. Can you still hear it?
I can't, and I could only.
Okay,
I wasn't even sure if I could at first. So now I can't hear it. I paused mine to be sure. So
You're right there is when it happened, dude. Right there. I love that look.
Is it before ironic?
Right, yeah, it's right before ironic.
Okay, I'm actually gonna check that. Unnatural.
Not from a Jedi. Spoiler. I'm sorry. Spoiler. Hey, you know what, man? This is a good movie.
Oh, I do see it now. Wow. I was always focused on Palpatine before. Because Palpatine's making such an epic speech right there. Okay, where you at?
On Kashyyyk. You want me to pause it?
Yeah. What's happening?
Hold on, I'm gonna pause it at a spot where I can actually know what's going on here. Hold on.
Yeah, just like an obvious
We'll
land.
catch up.
Yoda
All
sitting
right.
down.
The Wookiees just got there. Yeah, I just showed up on the Wookiee scene.
Okay, let's see.
And Yoda,
Things
there's
flying
Chewbacca, and I can't remember that other dude's name.
Okay.
The other Wookiee.
I'm watching the things fly in. Now we got stormtroopers on the beach in camo, along with Wookiees fighting side by side.
Something's gonna fly towards the camera and
flies towards the camera, and now far away shot of Yoda, close up shot of Yoda and the council talking.
Okay, yeah, we're there. All right, good. I'm playing.
Man,
Yoda was banging. Who knew?
Who even knows? Could be completely unrelated to Yoda.
Do you think Yoda and Yaddle, I think, bang, and that's why it's so powerful in the Force.
Their entire race could be powerful in the Force.
And that's the timeline fits, you know?
How do you know?
Because it's 50 years, the baby's 50 years. Mandalorian takes place right after Return of the Jedi. So
Yaddle died in between
past.
Phantom Menace and Clone Wars.
Yeah, that was still not 50 years.
I had to check my timeline. I hate math.
It was only.
What do I look like? An asteroid?
It's only like 20 years. Maybe 30. Maybe Yoda still has his boys swimming, you know?
This is one of my favorite levels on Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original.
I actually like it on the new one as well, though. It looks really good.
Actually, it is fun on the new one. But I usually only play Starfighter or Assault now on the new one.
I like heroes and villains, but actually Kashyyyk kind of sucks because you have to go across those bridges and you always get force pushed off the bridge, and it's like immediate death, no fight. Oh,
actually, you can actually watch.
It says Tarzan yell.
Hey, check out my screen. You can watch the movie.
It says Tarzan yell. Oh, and your shades.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Why doesn't my shit come up anymore whenever I... Oh, because I'm not logged in, that's why. Okay. I got some problems I need to fix myself.
Oh, I know. It's going around. But be patient, Anakin.
Obi-Wan admits that I don't know. Obi-Wan's so humble, you know?
He's awesome, and he's the best. He's my favorite character. And again, yes, like you said, humble, and like even in the book, The Revenge of the Sith, the entire Jedi Council, of which he is a master at this point, agrees there's only one Jedi to send after General Grievous, and he goes, "Who?" And they all just look at him like, "You." He's like the farthest thing from arrogant you can be, which is,
and he's a great leader. You know what I mean?
And those are two things that are almost impossible to get at the same time. And they call him the negotiator. He'd rather talk than fight.
I don't know if he's a great leader, if he just always sets a great example. You know what I mean? There's a difference. He is a good leader, but I also I think he just people feed off his energy because he's always ecstatic. You know,
Well,
even if things are rough, he still never lets on like he's stressed about it or freaking out. Yeah, he keeps his cool.
He's a wonderful mix of that original, like rule-abiding Padawan that we saw originally in the Phantom Menace. Like, but Master, like, what about this and what about that? But then it's also ease with like Qui-Gon always like saying, "Be mindful of the living force." Like, dude, like try these things outside the bounds. And so you see in his personality this like rule-abiding guy, but at the same time so in tune with the Force.
I just think like I don't know, man. Like
part of his problem is the rule abiding thing, because like Anakin's whole problem could have been solved differently if it wasn't for like how he perceived how the Jedi Council and what they would have done. Like, and even in the book, Padme's like, he has to be a Jedi because he's a hero, and that's his personality. He's a hero, and if he's not a hero, then what is he? And he can't be a hero if he's not a Jedi. So for the good of everyone, like, and this is what they're talking about right now. And he's being used as a political play. Like the Jedi are using him against Palpatine. Palpatine's using him as a Jedi. And, Palpatine's been manipulating him his entire life.
I mean, you think the Jedi were wrong to some extent? I do.
Yeah, sure. And yes. And it's actually in the ways that are pointed out in The Last Jedi. But the thing is, Luke wouldn't be angry about those things because Luke wasn't trained in those things, because Yoda and Obi-Wan, after the fall of the Jedi, which happens in this movie, after that, they come to realize the Jedi weren't actually doing things right. They come to trust in the living Force. They say,
well, let's not get into The Last Jedi, but yeah, Luke had no reason to be bitter about that.
Like, well, in The Last Jedi, he mentions a bunch of gripes, and like I don't take, but like the stuff that Luke or Jake Skywalker complains about in that are things that are like, yeah, but he wouldn't actually complain about that because he wasn't actually trained in that way. He was trained differently, specifically because of the lesson they learned in the prequel trilogy, and that's how that story all fits together. And the new stuff is nonsense.
Agreed. I always like to fight these droids in the video games. Episode 3, the game. I love that game, dude. Dude, I played the episode 3 game before the movie came out, and I knew how it ended and finished it. Can you believe that happened back in the day?
I'm pretty sure.
Can you believe that happened? The game was out before the movie.
Well, back in the day, like a movie, like when it was before, at this time,
and the book was too.
Yeah, at this time, it was like a scheduled release of like a book would come out along with like every single video game or every single movie would have a video game and a book, or like the big ones would. And now there's like tons of different stuff. There's so many different things coming out.
Vase, when I worked at Amazon 2 years ago, it was right before Christmas, and The Last Jedi was about to come out, and I was super excited for it. And Amazon gets pre-shipments, but it's not going to be released until a certain date. So I actually got to see The Last Jedi visual dictionary by everyone's favorite Pablo Hidalgo. And I was like, oh shit, I'm getting like a sneak preview here. This is cool, because there's a box open with him in it. And I was like, I can't not look at this. I was like, oh man, this is going to be a sweet movie. Whew. I've never been more wrong.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was excited when I saw the trailers and stuff, but
Dude, the trailer was good.
yeah.
Trailer was good.
I mean,
Looking back, it's not. I mean, Ray swinging on a rock.
it's actually
That should have said it all.
one of
Because
the few good things to come out of that was it really impressed upon me the power of a good trailer, or what you can do with a trailer, or with music, with images in a short amount of time. You can make people think whatever you want.
dude, let me tell you what. General Grievous, one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars, hands down.
The
Dude, I love General
Cartoon
Grievous.
Network, Clone Wars, Grievous. Remember when he was like the Samurai Jack animator?
Yeah, I love that show. You were just talking about that. We both have the DVD.
Yeah,
I need to pop it in soon. It's the precursor to the actual Clone Wars.
it's
And I
great.
saw the Clone Wars movie in theaters.
Yeah,
I saw them. I saw it in theater.
You saw that? Wait, you saw that in theaters?
I saw the Clone Wars movie in theaters. Yeah, the one where they go and get Jabba the Hutt's kid or whatever, Gardula the Hutt or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I'm a hardcore Star Wars boy, man. I already got my ticket for Rise of Skywalker. I'm not proud of it, but I've always been an opening night. I've never missed opening night for Star Wars ever on a movie. Ever. I can't break my streak.
I broke my streak with Solo, but I respect what you feel, and again, I'll see it at some point. General Kenobi, God, this movie's great.
Hello there.
Shout out to Ryan in the chat. He was just actually talking with Drunk 3PO and Abu Nas about ridiculous statement Kathleen Kennedy made, but she says stupid stuff all the time. That's not what we're here for. We're here for this wonderful thing called Revenge of the Sith.
I really respect Ryan's knowledge of the EU. And
his knowledge is great. I'm trying to catch up, actually, but
defending the legends, the canon, the real canon. You know what I'm saying? And hater Ryan, man.
I was just saying, I've reread the Legacy of the Force series, which is Jason and Jaina Solo, the children of Han and Leia, and then I read the series that comes after that, which is like the last long series before the EU basically ended. And now I've gone back to the beginning, and I've been rereading some of the Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan like kids novels, and some of the Boba Fett novels, and some of the other stuff. You can see on my screen, you can see like,
oh, dude, Grievous.
Anyone who wants to watch this fight, just look right here.
And Kenobi's not even scared. He's not even frightened. He's got it.
Yeah.
He was just taking his time. Did a huge flip right over 4 sabers. That's got to be a record. He didn't even have the high ground. He had the level. It was level.
And I got to tell you, if you read the Revenge of the Sith novelization,
dude, do you think that move was a precursor to the move that Anakin tries to do later? Because I think so, dude. It was almost the same flip, except it was level and not high ground. What the hell are you doing? Oh, you're showing the movies to people.
Yeah, it's a fight scene.
Oh. I know. I haven't looked at the screen in a while.
It's raining.
By the way, when it comes to EU stuff, man, I'm gonna get more into the video games than the books. I've decided.
Oh, definitely. More into the video games than the books. Is that what you said?
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna play Bounty Hunter.
Oh, do it.
Because I have it, and I love that game. I mean, some of the platforming was annoying, but that was a great game. I'm gonna go back and finish KOTOR. I never played KOTOR 2.
Oh, I love KOTOR 2.
I never played 2, so I'm gonna do that. I'm going to finish Force Unleashed 2 because I never finished that one. Even though it's like
I love that one too.
So I'm gonna go back and redo all these things that I never did. I love the video games because they're interactive. You know. And here's this annoying thing that in the theaters almost made me deaf. I swear to God, they turned the volume up on that stupid thing like 18 times higher than everything else in the movie.
Yeah, sometimes I really don't know why they do some of that stuff.
I love Obi-Wan riding this lizard beast, though. I think it's genius. I think it was a genius move. I think it's very Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean, tauntauns, banthas, dewbacks. Yeah, I mean, animal mounts. I mean, it makes sense. What's the domesticated mounts of this day? It's cheaper than a land speeder, I would imagine. And then when it makes sense.
I like Grievous's little wheel mobile there too. The thing
is nuts.
It's got legs. He's all about legs and limbs. He loves.
It's the only thing he can pilot, also because of that, or like it has to have like a droid, apparently like a human can't.
Well, what was Grievous before he got into this accident? What species was he?
I don't remember. You can look it up on Wikipedia if you want, but like it doesn't even really matter because he just becomes this totally crazy. He's all just about power. And the novels and stuff that I've read and the other stuff that he's in, he's just all about becoming the best. And in like the Clone Wars and stuff, even on TV, he's just about becoming the best general and like the best infamy. He wants to go down like as the best and kill as many Jedi as possible.
Add a bunch of lightsabers to his.
He is Kalish.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. The man's a guru.
That is on point. I forget.
I used to be like that, man. I mean, I thought I was, but then.
Well, the expanded universe is huge too. I mean, and now Grievous is much closer than a lot of other things. I've been rereading some of the earlier books in the expanded universe, which have to do with like immediately after the fall of the Empire and stuff like that, and like after Thrawn. And there's stuff about like clones of Luke's, and there's this woman that he falls in love with called Callista or Castilla, I forget which way it is, but she started out as like a computer program in this thing because she was a Jedi that went to shut down, and so like that was convoluted and nonsensical. But another like I enjoyed reading the story, but at the same time I was like I wouldn't want to see this in a movie. But there was other stuff that I have read that I would want to see in a movie, like a giant hut, hundreds of years old, used to be a Jedi but now is a dark side user, and instead of being fat he's used the Force to keep himself like a snake almost, and he fights Leia and Leia kills him because he's losing power of the Force because he's been eating these insects that are actually called the Death Seed Plague. And that's a whole thing that actually ties into one of the last stories that they ever tell in the EU. So when people say it doesn't tie together, it definitely does. They know what they're talking about.
Bro, this
she does come back in a way because
this is one of my favorite scenes.
It's one of my favorites too. I don't even talk over it, but Abeloth.
Dude, this is like the this is it keeps
achieve a power greater.
It keeps going up. It keeps going escalating throughout the movie. Him and Palpatine's relationship.
Only through me, because he's already had the nightmares, and now everything about Anakin at this point is hinging upon saving Padme. That's why he was so obsessed with becoming a Master's, because that would allow him into the library, the restricted session, to possibly gain the knowledge. And now he can, if his only option is
pussy whipped,
I would do anything to save her. But he also, yeah. But it also becomes about his power. He's convinced his power can save her. And that's where he goes all. I would certainly.
What kind of a dad do you think Darth Vader would have been if he hadn't become Darth Vader? Like if he just would have stayed Anakin and won, and the kids were made, and he was the dad, and he was around in your lives. What do you think that would be?
It's all about giving up his power, essentially, for him, or at least learning that he is not the ultimate answer to everything. So it depends on how that would have gone down.
I mean, do you think he would have trained good Jedi kids, or do you think he would train Sith kids?
Asking how,
because my main question is, do you think he is inherently bad, or do you think there's a lot of good in him and he just went down the wrong road?
Yes, and he had unimaginable pressure put on him, and as we now know, he was manipulated, literally. Not even from birth, but literally his birth itself was manipulated by the guy that ended up manipulating him into becoming exactly what he wanted, until he finally decided to say, no, I won't do it. And the only reason he was convinced to do that was because of a son that said, I believe in you, and I don't want to become what you are. And that like recognition between the two of them was enough to actually get him to turn against that thing. But he's been manipulated his entire life. Anakin would have raised different children than Darth Vader. If you want to know what kind of kids Darth Vader would have risen or, brought up, look at him in Empire. I mean, cutting off the hand and saying, "Come with me and obey your master of the dark side." That's different than Anakin, who's a loving, passionate, caring person.
The thing was, it was all inevitable. You know what I mean? There's
In a
no
way,
way to kind of like steer it in a different direction because it was all inevitable because he was so powerful the way he was born. Everything. It was just like the only thing that wasn't inevitable was his fight against Obi-Wan. If he would have played it differently, it could have been a different universe altogether.
Well, here's the thing: it was inevitable.
Gabe, what's up, bro? Sorry,
it was inevitable that the Jedi would be brought down by Palpatine. Here's the thing: Palpatine just saw a chance to gain more power. That's all Anakin was a chance for him to get more power for Palpatine. Palpatine was like, "Oh, hey," and that's why when Luke Skywalker comes along, he doesn't need Luke Skywalker. He already has Darth Vader, but he sees the opportunity for Luke Skywalker. You could be even more powerful than him. And if there's power, that's what the Emperor is all about. He's about ultimate power, ultimate control. It has to be under his thumb. If he doesn't have it, he needs to control it. That's why he hates the rebellion, because it's not under his thumb. Dude, he needs that power. I
love Grievous.
If he can't have it, then he destroys it.
So uncivilized.
Crack Skull Media, thank you for joining us. He said, bored waiting on this final 4% of Fallen Order to download. My friend, once it does download, you will not be bored anymore. I have it. I've enjoyed it immensely.
It's worth it. I'm thinking about getting it.
I would. I mean,
I don't know. I've seen some videos. I don't like a lot of platforming stuff, and I don't know.
There is a fair amount. There's puzzle solving and stuff, but that's like with force powers, and it's not. It literally points out on your map where you haven't been, what you haven't solved yet, what's available and what's unavailable. So it's not anything unbelievable, and it offers you hints if you can't get through it.
No, I mean it's not just that. Like it looks like it just seems like it's a basic ass game with a Star Wars skin on it to me, from what I've seen. The fighting looks kind of good, a little bit, but
there hasn't been this good of a Star Wars game, or like this type of good of a Star Wars game, since like the Force Unleashed kind of stuff.
That's what I've heard, but
a time ago.
Maybe I'm wrong on this. I'm just saying what I've seen, and maybe it's my own preferences, as well. But like, I don't know if I want to get into it and get frustrated because it looks frustrating at points.
Because look, X is basic attack, Y is a different attack, but you have to unlock that. You start out left bumper is block. You can hold it down and you'll deflect stuff, but then you'll run out of blocking energy and then they'll hit you. But if you time it right, you can reflect blaster bolts back at people, but they're multiple enemies. Then there are giant monsters you have to fight. There's all different kinds of running around and stuff like that. It depends on if you're into I've seen it described as Uncharted meets Dark Souls, because there is more of jumping and swinging and stuff like that. But I mean, there's also a lot of action and fighting and puzzles and stuff, and it is good Star Wars so far. There's some stuff I could have I'm whatever, but for the most part, I've been enjoying it.
I just don't know if I don't want to do $60 on it. Is what I'm saying. I don't want to do.
I hear that. I would say wait for it to go on sale if you want. I just
Black Friday's coming up.
I had a gift card that I'd gotten and I had for a long time, so I was like, I'll blow it on this and see what's up. And I was
cracked Mike there. Yeah, I'm always channeling Hunter S. Thompson. I like him. I feel like me and him share a lot of values that might get me into trouble later in life. But yeah, the shades for sure. These are actually Tony Stark shades, but also
similar though to.
They wouldn't exist if it wasn't for old Hunter S. Thompson there.
And Mitch Hedberg,
this is backcountry.
The man who sees the world through rose-colored glasses. Mitch Hedberg. So Mitch died from a drug. How did Hunter S. Thompson die? Did he kill himself? I forget entirely.
I don't know.
That just totally blew my. I forgot entirely.
He was friends with Johnny Depp.
I just know he was insane and he did all kinds of crazy stuff, in a great way, in a way that I really respect and admire. And the way that he wrote and the way that he talked to people and the way that he did stuff. What a guy.
Well, Mike, don't admit that you bootlegged something. I bootlegged Terminator Dark Fate. So yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, don't
Biden Dutch, go figure.
don't admit that you bootlegged it here because this is like we're criminals. The FBI is always hanging out.
Dude, here's the part
I
where...
am the Senate.
Not yet. Are you threatening me, Jedi Master?
Should I go full screen? Here we go.
Oh, the spin! Fucking 900. Tony Hawk can't even pull that shit. Dude, Palpatine's got moves, son.
He's spry. He is spry.
But I feel like he has no stamina. You know what I mean? Because he's old.
Well, this is
I feel like he's got a burst.
He could have. This is an act.
Damn, he's got moves. He did a one-handed spin there, dude.
He could have killed. He could have killed Mace by now. But he wants
underrated.
Mace alive for Anakin's fall because again, this is all orchestrated. He was ready for that.
He's that powerful, huh?
Steve. He knew it was going down. This is the end game. Grievous is caught. Actually, one of the greatest things is in the novelization of this, they talk for a lot of time about the perfect Jedi trap, and they make it seem like the trap is for Obi-Wan the entire time, getting caught by Grievous, and then they reveal that the perfect Jedi trap ideally has the Jedi light years away on a planet completely far away so that you can do what you want to do, and that Jedi never knows that you did it. So he literally sent Obi-Wan away to deal with Grievous so that he could have Anakin alone to corrupt him and bring about his downfall.
That's genius, man. That's 40 chess, maybe 32 G.
Palpatine is awesome.
Look at this shit, dude. Another thing about the Rise of Skywalker, by the way, they said Palpatine and Rise of Skywalker looks more like Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith because the other one was a clone. So more on that clone stuff. But this scene is, dude, this movie's so good, dude. This movie's so good.
No, you will die. Is the traitor? Ah!
This movie's great. Hey, Fox is in the chat. What's up, bro?
Yo!
We're watching Revenge of the Sith. It's the part where Palpatine's shocking
you can see in my
Windu's saber and his face is melting. It's a face melting scene.
Finding a ways around copyright infringement all the time. It's me.
Hey, Vase is working hard for you guys. I'm trying to bring you.
People don't want me this close to a camera. Oh my god, I can see his skin cells.
Let's see your pores. Dude, his teeth rotted real quick. Do you think it was a reveal? Do you think he really got rotted out?
It's a reveal of what was on the inside the entire time.
You think so?
Musty, burnt out ball sack.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Oh my god, you must smell like old foot wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Especially after that lightning bolt. Unlimited power.
Been doing good, 19K Fox. Been doing very good. It's wonderful to see you again. I know I have been away for a while, as is Hoff, and it's good to be back.
It's good to be back, trolling and being toxic.
Well, back.
That's a good Brian Johnson, man.
Back in black.
Yeah, I'm back in black.
Well,
dude, I love his voice right here. Let me hear it. Henceforth. I mean, Palpatine's. I love how deep his voice is here.
Worse than the time a raccoon got caught in the copy machine.
Good.
No.
teacher, power was shape.
If we work together, I know to your teachings. Good.
It looks like he's having an orgasm here.
Good. It's 1,000-year long build up. Yes, he's having an orgasm. He just had a.
It said the subtitle said raspy breathing and growls softly.
Bane's ghost just had an orgasm. All right, Darkseid's going nuts right now. They're like, call Order 66. Do it.
Powerful Sith you'll become. His fault.
No,
You'll be shown. You know that.
Vader.
Vader.
Now I'll be known as Butt Crack Ballsack Head Man. That's why I wear a hood.
Emperor Ballsack. Sheev Ballsack. I
could get a different color pair of shades that would work better, I guess.
Dude, we got 5 watching this nonsense right now. Thank you to everyone. Classic Glue Reviews. He knows yous. I'd like to say
he said turn up the heat because he was like, "Why?" He said yesterday on our stream, "Why are you guys so bundled up?" And I'm like,
"Oh, it's cold, man. It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's cold, man."
And the hood comes on. He's got them yellow eyes. I love the yellow eyes. I love yellow Sith eyes a lot. You putting on more shades?
It's better to reflect with, I guess. I don't know.
You have so many shades, dude. You got a shade mustache. You got a shade stash.
And I can see it's so different.
Do not hesitate. Show no
mercy. What about the other Jedi? He is so. I guess he's freaking out because he just killed Mace Windu, and he's
in shock right now. He's the Emperor's #1 dude. He's his right hand man. You know.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite lines, and I used it in the music video when I made about Obi-Wan and Anakin, was, wow. Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. No, the line that,
yeah. Classic Lou says, Hoff, stop looking like a young Warren Beatty. I can't. I can't.
Well, what he says... Palpatine says every Jedi, even your friend Obi-Wan Kenobi, is now an enemy. And Anakin's like, I agree. And it's just like, whoa. Dick. Warren Beatty.
I can't stop looking like a young
I say
Beatty.
Don't stop looking like that.
Yeah, I don't want it either. I'm all in.
It's a damn
That's actually what I was going for. That's what I was going for. I'm glad someone finally noticed.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad someone finally noticed that's what I was going for is young Warren Beatty. Dick Tracy's next.
And Dick Trickle.
Well, Classic Glue says he never likes how fast Anakin turned. I don't think it was fast. It started in episode 2 easily.
Started in episode 1.
But I think he was ready to give himself over, and especially after the Jedi Council denied him, he's like, F that.
He's holding me back. And because it's all about Padme.
Yeah, someone's giving me those promises. Yeah, someone's promising me all this. I think it escalates, and I think the time, I agree with that. When I first watched this movie like 18 times, I thought the same thing. But at the 19th, 20th time, I was like, yeah, it makes sense.
It's the usual number of times that it takes. Maybe I should watch. Never mind.
Maybe he's not at 19 yet.
That's
the magic number for watching Revenge of the Sith and getting it. Fucking.
Also, there's a great line in the book where they get the order, and it's right after Cody just gave him back his lightsaber, and he gets the order, and he's like, why did I just give him back his lightsaber? Like,
hey,
he's
brother,
cognizant of the fact that he's turning his back on him, but he doesn't matter.
you're gonna have to host the show for about 2 minutes here. I got to take care of a couple things. I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah. That's cool. I'm just watching Order 66, so it's, the ultimate death and destruction of the Jedi Order. There goes Ki-Adi-Mundi going down. I forget the name of this chick. She's a Twi'lek, and that's Felucia. Yeah, classic Glue, he didn't flip out till Mace went out the window. Well, Windu went out the window, and so did all his values, apparently. What have I done? It's just the beginning. It's the tip of the iceberg, bro. So you're about to walk into the Jedi Temple and slaughter a bunch of children for your wife, who will hate you if she finds out that you've done this. But it's the only way I can save you. I will bring peace, safety, and security to my new empire. Your new empire. We're not even close yet. The Jedi are still dying. One's just got took down on speeder bikes. Kashyyyk's going nuts. The Wookiees. What about Kashyyyk and the Wookiees? He's dead now. Ki-Adi-Mundi. I thought those rolling tanks that they used on Kashyyyk should have been used somewhere else too. Then Yoda cuts off some clone troopers' heads, and some Wookiees are like, what the hell?
All right, I'm back, bro. Sorry to leave you hanging there.
It's all good.
There's a neighbor's dog that smells my dog when I have my door open. It's just always scratching at my screen door. So I have to close the door for a minute, and then
typical.
I took care of bathroom business, so I'm good for the rest of the show. So
oh, good, smart.
Double tasking, man, multitasking.
Master Skywalker.
Oh, dude, here we are. The younglings are going down.
Okay, good. I was wondering if you left it playing or not. I was like,
fuck, dude, that scene's heartbreaking, man. The first time I saw that, I was like, are you serious? I was fucking 14, 15. Can I say the F word?
And they look up to him, I guess.
Can I say the F word? Are you on that kappa or whatever?
I don't know what that means.
They're trying to make things children friendly.
If I just say
not
everything, so it's not for children, am I safe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
that's
safe.
what I'm doing. So
is Classic Glue watching with us? Because that's awesome. If so,
I hope so.
Classic Glue, stop using horses.
This is one of my favorite scenes too. I'm sorry, sir. It's time to go. And the blaster point at him.
I love Jimmy Smits, dude.
And so it is. Me too, Jimmy Smits. He was in that motorcycle show too. What's it called?
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. He had a character in that. But yeah, I like him too.
He was also in Dexter.
Oh yeah.
Season 3. Miguel Prado. Big Dexter fan.
Bail Organa. And he just bailed on the Jedi Temple.
That's where he got his name.
Master Skywalker. And Obi-Wan has no idea what's going on. Oh man, when he sees those tapes. Oh.
That's worse than seeing like your mom's sex tape, dude. Seeing your apprentice kill kids.
And the thing was, it wasn't just like his apprentice. They became like battle brothers. Like, for he today who sheds blood with me is my brother. The blood of battle is thicker than the water of the womb. Like, the experiences that they went through together, and then to have him turn his back on everything. You are the chosen one.
But the water of the womb breaks eventually.
That's what I was saying. That quote is meant to say that people use it to say blood is thicker than water, but the actual quote is the blood of battle is thicker than the water of the womb, which is to say the brothers or the acquaintances or whatever that you go through things with are actually more important than just whatever blood ties you have.
Here's the ET scene when Yoda floats off in the air. Is he going straight to Dagobah there?
Thank you, Chewbacca. No, he's actually flying out to meet Bail Organa's ship.
And he's going out to. Oh yeah, you're right. Correct. When does he bang? Oh yeah. When does he bang?
That had to have been in between the Phantom Menace or before the Phantom Menace or something like that.
I want to know when Yoda was banging. I want to see the Yoda sex tape.
How that species reproduces.
He bangs hard, dude.
The female could leave their eggs in a designated area, and then the male comes along and fertilizes them later, like fish.
No, he's got a green rocket, dude.
Well, that actually makes a lot of sense.
He's got the green rocket. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes, never mind. I'm not gonna get graphic here.
Judge me by my size, do you?
Exactly. He'll make the X-wing rise.
I don't believe it. That is why you fail.
I think that's from the Star Wars rap from like years ago. Remember that? Did you ever see that? The Star Wars rap?
Yeah. Which one?
Where it's like, I'm Yoda. I'm a soldier. I told you. You know. I told you, whatever, you know.
I'm Boba, the Fett.
Make the X-wing ride.
Has jets.
That's MC Chris.
Have the hunt to finance my vet.
That's MC Chris, but also a great song. Yes. I haven't heard that in a while. I'm gonna listen to it tonight because I haven't heard it in years, and I love that song. My backpack got jets.
I
love that song.
Job the hunt to finance my vet.
Wiggle.
That was made. I remember seeing a version of that music video that was made using Star Wars Galaxies, that MMO that was like out a long time ago.
Bro, I saw MC Chris live once at Warped Tour.
That's awesome, man.
I skipped Say Anything to see MC Chris.
Wow, that's crazy. And probably the choice that I would have made if I had known.
I like Say Anything, but I don't love them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think they got old real quick, but besides that. Yeah. Do you know Max Bemis wrote X-Men comics? The singer of Say Anything?
No.
Yeah, I have one of them. Yeah, he's big, he's huge in the comics, has a huge library of them, and has actually written some. He wrote Moon Knight, dude. He wrote during Legacy, Marvel Legacy. He wrote Moon Knight.
That is cool.
I have 3 of the books, haven't read them yet. But he's a real bipolar kind of dude, so I think that's good for Moon Knight.
Yes, it is.
Is anyone? No one probably knows what I'm talking about right now. If you don't know who Say Anything is, I'm old. We're old.
But
yeah, because we're old. Yeah.
I called her on the phone and she touched herself. She touched herself. She touched herself. And if you saw that music video, they got the Fonz to be in that video.
Yeah, that song was also a precursor to Drake's. She used to call me on my cell phone.
Yeah.
Late now when because I
like Every Man Has a Molly.
Yes. I like Spider's song a lot.
Yep. But no,
I am the spider.
I could mention like maybe 3 or 4 more songs that I like by them, but like that's it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They kind of died out quick, you know.
But they have other stuff on like other and like I just.
That's right, man. I jumped the shark way early in this movie. Yoda hasn't even fought Palpatine yet. Spoilers.
And neither has Obi-Wan and Anakin.
I'm excited as hell right now, dude, because we ain't even got to the good stuff yet.
Agree.
I can't wait to see a bitch get choked out by the Force. I'm
You know,
really excited about that scene.
I love the music
It's
too.
Mustafar,
Mustafa.
one of my favorite planets.
I really do like in Rogue One too, the temple on top and him in the back to tank or whatever, and his.
Oh yeah, dude, that scene was. Yeah, actually forgot about that scene. It was great. I like his castle on Mustafar.
Yeah. I was saying, like the fly, he built that there. Like it's a place for him to like dwell in his hatred. And Rogue One again is before he faces down Obi-Wan on the Death Star. So like he's still dwelling on that shit, and he still blames, Obi-Wan for losing Padme. He still blames Obi-Wan for that, and the Jedi at large, because he's Darth Vader. He's not Anakin. He's Darth Vader, and Darth Vader. Palpatine is right. He's doing everything to protect the Empire. And if it hadn't been for the evil Jedi turning against them and Obi-Wan being one of them, if Obi-Wan hadn't turned against him, he would be happy right now and would have all his limbs, or at least 3 of them. And so,
well, you know what? He's more like, after he gets his limbs cut off, he's more like Darth Tater Tot. Oh,
Darth,
them dad jokes.
okay, more Darth Plop or Darth Matt. He just lies there without his arms or his legs. Darth Matt.
What do you? Never mind. What do you call Anakin when you want him to come to you?
What?
Nothing, because he can't.
Oh God.
You gotta go up and smooch his forehead like the Emperor does.
You're so beautiful. Just because I'm so in love. That's because I'm so in love with you. So you're saying love has blinded you?
Yes, it has. For the Emperor.
Love would have to have been blinded someone if they are going at that wrinkly, disgusting, fried ball sack.
At least the Emperor sees people who for they really are and not for what they look like.
And then he exploits them.
Wait, he exploits them. For sure. He's an exploiter. He's definitely an exploiter. But
you can't take his nature and use that against him.
He didn't judge, He's like,
evil shouldn't color your limbs of his morality.
You missed all your limbs, you burn up. I don't care. Come along. Get on the Death Star, bitch. I got you some armor, by the way, because I've foreseen this, apparently. Look at all them seats in the Senate.
Classic Glue wants to know if you're plastered.
Plastered or just tired? Both is the answer, but I'm definitely both. Let's go with that. Yeah, I walked like 10 miles this week at work.
Why?
Because I had to.
I'm sorry.
Because so I've got my miles in this week. But I've also had some drinks because you know what? When you walk 10 miles at work, you gotta have a drink afterwards. You talk to 30 new hires a day. You want to drink.
You're absolutely right.
Nice miming on that. I love how it's hooked up.
Oh, I've watched these movies way too many times. Which is not true. I love them and I'll continue to watch them.
God and
I assure you, my resolve has never been stronger.
Classic reviews, classic Glue. I'm just drinking beer, just Miller Lights, sipping on them all night. I watched some hockey.
That's one of my favorite scenes. Did you see that? When Anakin, he's like, one person behind his back shoots a blaster bolt, and he casually just sticks his lightsaber behind him and deflects it back and kills him. And it's like, that is the arrogance of a Sith Lord right there.
Was that the gun race that he just took out?
Yeah. and all the rest of the Trade Federation, or like the bad guys, the separatist leaders, because Grievous sent them to Mustafar, and the only person who knew about that was Sidious, and that's Sidious, aka Palpatine, and Palpatine sent to end the war like a hero, and then he uses this whole thing as a reason to build up the Imperial Navy.
I want to know how the hell Jar Jar Binks got into the Senate.
Got what?
How did Jar Jar Binks get into the Senate?
Literally because he was Padme, and he was a general warlord. He helped stop the invasion on Naboo.
Yeah, but he's incompetent.
Exactly, and that's why he had a minor role, and that's also partially why he was easily manipulated into being the one that granted the Chancellor emergency powers.
And that's why, God, dude, bad call. And
Palpatine's from Naboo too, so he knew to take advantage of him in more ways than one.
Do you think Palpatine had ties with Boss Nass?
I'm not sure on that. I don't know.
Bro, you look a little bit like Randy the Macho Man Savage right now, to be honest with you.
Okay, brother.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. Yeah.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah.
You do though. No offense, but you do.
I don't take offense to that.
I like you. I wish I could grow a beard. For one, I can't.
If I shave my beard, I probably wouldn't at all.
No, you got the Mitch Hedberg thing going on, which I always said. First time I saw you, I was like, Mitch Hedberg, reincarnate.
I'm a little bit better fed, I think, but actually, the same thing was said by a producer from Hollywood or LA. I'm sorry to go on Hollywood. When I was at that Cannes, one of the producers I was talking to was like, "Yeah, but Mitch Hedberg look about you," and I was like, "Thank you." Is it because of the glasses, the hair, my nonsense that I was just saying to you? And he was like, "All the combination of that." Yeah.
I watched this video with Artie Lang last week where he was talking about Mitch Hedberg gave him a joke. He's like, I don't remember what the joke was, so you have to look it up. But I remember what's funny about it is he's like, I can't tell this joke because I'm not fat. But if I ever gain 100 pounds, I want this joke back. And he gave it to Artie Lang. Artie Lang told it on stage. And someone came up to him. He's like, where'd you get that joke? He's like, Mitch Hedberg. He's like, yeah, he gave it to me too. He's just too high to remember that he did. So and Mitch Hedberg gave it to like a bunch of fat guys apparently, and they were all telling the same joke. And he forgot about them all. He's like, man, I give that joke to every fat guy because Artie Lang called him out on it.
That's like another one of his jokes. It's like, if I come up with a really good joke when I'm about to fall asleep and I can't find a pen and paper to write it down, I just convince myself it wasn't that funny.
It's like I went to buy a donut and they handed me a receipt and I said, why you give me a receipt? I don't need documentation for this.
We don't need to bring ink and paper into this. What's going to happen? I'm going to need to prove to a skeptical friend, hey, no way you actually bought a donut. Oh, yes, I do. I have the documentation right here. Actually,
I deny receipts every day because of that.
I left it at home in my file under D for donut.
Donuts. Classic Glue gets us, man. He likes escalators because they can only become stairs.
An escalator can never actually break down. It can only temporarily become stairs. Escalator temporarily stairs. Sorry for the convenience. I tried to tell my Smokey the Bear joke over in England, but in England they don't have Smokey the Bear. In England they have Smacky the Frog. How are you supposed to act like you're afraid if a frog comes hopping towards you?
Oh, here comes that frog.
I hope he comes over here so I can pet him. Maybe put him in a mason jar with a twig and a leaf to recreate his natural habitat.
Dude, he's the best. He's the best.
King of one-liners. One of my personal comedian heroes of all time.
Same here, man. Same here. You know I appreciate comedy as much
I
as you
know.
do, man. Mitch Hedberg, dude. I first heard about him about 10 years ago, and
Oh,
my boy at college showed him to me, and
He was
I was
in
like, "Holy moly, this is genius!"
one episode of that 70s show also.
Yep.
And for one of the bits, he's working at like the hub where they all get food. And so Kelso comes over and he's like, or the guy's like, the guy makes Kelso get off a pinball machine. He's like, customer number 66, whatever. Your order is up. He's like, hold on, man. He's like,
Wait a minute, did you say customer 66 in order?
I just made that up. But like,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's like, yeah. Order number 66, please take your item from the window. I have limited counter space. And then Kelso's like, fine. And he gives up on the pinball machine. He comes over and takes it. And he's like, you know what, man? You could really take it easy on stuff like this. And he goes, I did not lose a leg in Vietnam to take lip from some uppity kids. And Kelso looks over the counter. And he's like, you have both your legs. And he goes, like I said, I did not lose a leg in Vietnam.
He's so literal is the thing. That's
like I said, I did not lose a leg in Vietnam.
Let's see. I went over to my buddy's house and he said, you could sleep on the floor. I said, oh man, that's good because I did not want to sleep on the wall.
It would be very difficult to sleep on the wall.
Oh. So shit's getting good in this movie.
It's building to the climax. Indeed.
Oh shit.
You can tell by the cherry glow on my face that we're getting to some lava land.
That's what she said.
As is tradition.
Yeah. What are you sipping on?
Gin and juice.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. I almost beat you to it.
You said sipping on.
I know. And it was a setup.
It's lemonade.
Straight? Just straight lemonade?
No. There's
Just
vodka.
the mixer? Just like the mixer?
People drink just mixers by themselves? That's crazy. I actually had a Diet Cola mixer just last week.
Wasn't any good?
It's all right. I can't wait to watch. That was the season finale today. It was Always Sunny.
Yeah, season finale.
And very soon I'm going to be watching all of it.
Two new episodes tonight. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. This season wasn't bad, but it was mediocre as hell. There was nothing over the top or that great about it. That's all I'm saying.
Give me a chance to watch it. By like next week, we can do a whole stream just about this latest season if you want.
Fuck yes. Hell yes.
Awesome.
That'd be awesome. I'll go back and watch them, but yeah, maybe I need to see them again because they do get better on continual watches. I do say that. I mean, but I feel like nothing about this season made me not like an episode, but at the same time, I was never like crazy about an episode and thought it was hilarious. I felt like, you know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
They're very low key episodes. Nothing seemed over the top like they used to do. Everything seemed very low key and just based on the narrative.
That's interesting. I'll have to check it out. I remember you were telling me that they were funny earlier in this. It was a couple months ago. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's really funny parts, but I feel like overall it's not like over the top like it used to be. I feel like it's more conservative than it used to be. I feel like it's more leveled out.
Interesting. Like I said, I'll check it out and we'll hash it out, man.
Hash it out. I'll be right back, dude.
Okay. Anakin's got this crazy look in his eye now. We can make things the way they want to be.
I'll be right back.
Go for it. Obi-Wan was right. You changed. I don't want to hear any more about Obi-Wan. The Jedi turned against me. So before or after you cut off Mace Windu's hand and killed all those Jedi children? It was never. You're just nuts. Or manipulated because of Obi-Wan.
All right, I'm back, man.
What you plan to do?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Goddamn dog, dude.
Liar! You're with him. Let her go.
Why wouldn't Obi-Wan just be like, hey, dude, I got some waffles up in the ship. Let's just hash this out up there.
That wouldn't have worked.
Yes, it would have. Everyone likes waffles.
He's convinced that, like, there's a conspiracy against waffles.
No, let's have a talk over some waffles and some orange juice, and then we'll have some good times. And then we don't have to fight. And the robe comes off, son. That's when it's time.
You've allowed this dark lord to twist your mind until now I've become the very thing you swore to destroy. I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Dude, let me do Anakin's voice and you do Obi-Wan's. I brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
No, maybe kill you.
Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy!
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
How ironic.
I will do what I must.
You will try. Hell yeah, bro. All right, let's watch this shit. I loved playing this in the video game, the episode 3 game, dude. It was so fun playing these last scenes, man. It was
some great stuff by Yoda. Who do you want to be? I'll be Yoda.
Okay.
I hear a new apprentice you have, Emperor. Or should I call you Darth Sidious?
Master Yoda, you survived.
Surprised?
Your arrogance blinds you, Master Yoda. Now you will experience full power of the dark side. Lightning. This is fun for no reason.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
It's fun for fun's sake.
I don't often get to watch this movie with people that really enjoy it.
Dude, this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
So this is really great.
Top 5. Number 1 movie's Empire. And then this is in my top 5.
I can tell we're both slightly off, like where we are in the movie, just because the flashes in the rooms that we're in. But I still think it's like it's great. That like scene.
And we're not too far off.
Oh yeah, no, we're right there.
Making it work.
Yeah.
Thanks for the compliment on my Anakin classic glue. I'm a very whiny voice, so I can do it. That's my Emperor laugh. At last, the Jedi are no more.
Not if anything to say about it.
I was too early.
That should end your rule is. And not short enough it was.
That it said grunts, so I grunted.
If so powerful you are, why leave?
You will not stop me. Darth Vader will become more powerful than either of us.
Faith, your new apprentice. Misplaced, maybe. As is your faith in the dark side of the Force.
Is this copyright strike if we do this?
It's miming at best. Now, if I start singing the song,
oh man, it's so good. It's so good, boys. It's so good. This movie's so good. That's my Emperor shout. Dude, I love this choreography. So good. Oh, it's like having some cells. Dude, movies don't get any better than this. I'm sorry.
Deflector shields down.
Dude, I remember this part in the video game. Do you know there were alternate endings in the video game?
No.
Yeah, if you beat it with Obi-Wan, Darth Vader Obi-Wan died, dude.
It's awesome. I don't know if I ever actually fully played that one.
Definitely check it out if you have an old Xbox. I'm gonna put it in tonight. Such a good game. Yeah, fighting mode like Street Fighter, where you could be like Count Dooku versus Anakin and stuff. Like, yeah, all Darth Vader, and man, it was a good game. Not perfect, but it was a good game. Classic Glue knows what I'm talking about. Look at that leap, dude.
I know. I'm watching it. I'm switching between watching it on my screen and then watching it in my glasses on the stream. And it's awesome.
Dude, this movie's so good. Dude, Palpatine has better teeth than I do. No, Yoda.
Yoda. Yoda.
Yoda. Hey, man, you're stealing my line.
Sorry.
You're stealing my line. That doesn't happen until episode 7, dude.
Touche.
Met him in a swamp down in Dagoba where it bubbles. Classic Blue got me started on it. Sorry. Dude, look at this face off right here. Oh, face off.
Where's Nick Cage? Oh, is this
Dude,
where the punch in the face happens? Punch in the face.
Did face off in this movie where Anakin and Obi-Wan switched faces? That'd be crazy. Yeah, I love that part when the lava shoots up, man. Beautiful cinematography in this movie. You gotta admit, if nothing else, all of the prequels were nice to look at.
It is this set the stage for things like Marvel movies. This was doing things with backgrounds and stuff that nowadays people are like, look at these sets. And I'm like, do you have any idea what these movies set the stage for? These movies set the stage for the Lord of the Rings movies. These movies set the stage for modern day filmmaking, just like the original trilogy set the stage for how you could use technology to achieve things through like models and different kind of stuff and imagination.
But this still looks better than some of that stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. And it's just like the old movies still look
like
2000.
Yeah.
Holy moly, I love this stuff. This is so intense, bro. Bridge is going down. It's almost like the end of Terminator 2, which I just watched the other night in 4K.
I'll be back.
Terminator 2 is in my top 5 as well. I have like 40 movies in my top 5.
How about we just do this? We'll watch movies, and then we won't, and I'll just reflect it in my sunglasses, and then we'll never get copyright strikes.
I hope the people watching enjoy that.
I don't even. Yeah. Is it worth it? Tell us. Let us. Is this worth it? Do you enjoy this? That's what you want.
It's better than lame Final Fight Dark Fate. I agree.
Screen is off, so I was just not worried about it.
I agree, Glue.
Yeah.
Anything's better than that. I mean, I could sit and pretend I'm jerking off and still have a better time than the end of Dark Fate. Pretend, not really even jerking off, just pretend I am.
I was pretending.
That was a good rendition.
I used to actually play the trumpet, and I played like some of the stuff. And well, I mean, I do karaoke and stuff now, and I know you sing too. But like this song, I happen to know from when I learned it on the trumpet at one point.
Dude,
that was like
badass.
20 years ago. Jesus,
how sick is this scene right now, man?
That's awesome.
We're getting the climb racks. We're getting the climb racks. Classic Lou asked, how will Charlie's Angels ever make its money back? They won't. But they made it because they had excess, I guess, and they.
That was a stupid thing. Well, it goes into the same thing that like respect the source material. The source material for that show is that it was like a Baywatch type thing. Like it made money because they were showing off chicks and boobs and stuff like that.
Dude, here we go. Can we focus on this?
Sure.
You're Obi-Wan. I should have known the Jedi were planning to take over.
Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Well, then you are lost.
I feel so much more involved when we're doing the script. This is the end for you, my master. Oh, do you like that move, bitch? Oh.
How'd you get all your shit cut off? What are you talking about? You underestimate my power.
Oh, I'm about to get roasted.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
Don't try it.
Ah! Ah, my legs.
My leg. My leg.
My arms and my legs. My neck. My back. My.
You are the chosen one. It was said you would destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
I hate you.
You're my brother, Anakin. I loved you. You're on fire, and not in a good way. Your body. What's left of your body? I look away because it haunts me. I can't look, nor can I put you out of your memory. Master Kenobi, we have Miss Padme on board. Please, please, Harry.
I'll be R2. Beep boop boop. I want to rewatch this stream. I want to rewatch this one. I do. I rarely ever think that. I'm just like, leave it. I don't want to embarrass myself, but this is hilarious.
Remember this. This is one worth watching later. As I
want to rewatch.
No.
You don't want to do it tomorrow night? I'm going to start it back up where we started off here tonight, and then I'm going to watch it with this.
Oh, God.
Obi-Wan's doing the... I'm really thinking. Here we got Legolas. The, Lord of the Rings character, Legolas.
Lesser legs.
Old Stubbs.
Oh, Stubbs. It sounds like the old dude that works at the movie theater that takes your tickets. Oh, that's old Stubbs. He's worked there for years. When did he start working here? Well, you see, he got in a fight with a Jedi Master, cut off his arms and legs, and now all he can do is take ticket stubs. That's old Stubbs. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Stubbs?
Darth Stubbs, dude.
Henceforth, he will be known as Darth Nubbins.
You'll be the guard shack to that star. Making sure everyone's good to come in.
You can clone people. You can make robotic limbs. Why won't you give me anything more than these damn nubs? Use the Force. No! Give me a robotic arm.
Dude, Vader's like, man, why didn't get them spider legs like old click, clack, clack, clack? Come on in.
He would be more maneuverable, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Spider Vader.
Darth Spader. Played by James Spader.
Dude, I love James Spader. That'd be crazy. Darth Spider Vader, played by James Spader.
Dude, why are they taking him out in the rain like that? Maybe cool him off a little bit. I don't know.
Dome over. Second of all,
it was raining on him.
They don't care.
I mean, like, cool him off, get the steam out of here before we get him in the building.
They're putting him in the rain, and these droids are like, we don't know why she's dying. There's no medical reason. It's like, aren't you medical droids? It's like, wow, we believe she's lost the will to live. Lost the will to live? Did any of you go to medical school?
Dude, these droids are being controlled by some dumbasses in the back room. Like, we don't know, honestly. Like,
just keeps going, Gooba.
No, I honestly like to believe that she died from her esophagus being closed up too much whenever you choke.
I also like that Palpatine was channeling the
I love this scene, bro.
Me too.
So like horrific.
Almost every one of my Star Wars videos have to do with the subject. But I also like the idea of Palpatine like draining the life out of her to sustain Darth Vader's life, and then blaming it on Darth Vader.
Yes. That's also a good theory that I enjoy as well. What's that cone over? Is this like the thing my dog wore when she got fixed?
Yeah, it's like, well, we've already shown the children a burning alive, armless corpse that we just sliced off. We can't show them a woman giving birth. We don't want to.
I don't want to see that.
No one does.
Yeah, thanks to George Lucas. George Lucas, best director ever, didn't show that.
Even though he's the same guy that convinced Carrie Fisher not to wear a bra because there's no underwear in space.
Hey, no. Hey, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Jesus, sci-fi nerd. He's like, hey, it's part of the story. See, he did stuff and he backed up the story reason.
Mask is coming down. This is when Darth Vader is made.
The day I tried to live, I wallowed in the blood and mud with all
Bro, that seems so beautiful.
Legs.
I love how the ceiling, whenever his helmet comes down, that squeak sounds like a fart I have on occasion.
And it's great because that's pressure equalizing inside and outside of the suit, much like
my
equalizing your internal pressure. Yeah,
my rectum and anus. Yeah, same concept.
I'm glad that you said rectum and anus
because my butthole's tight. That's why it's so squeaky.
I've heard legends
of the tight butthole.
The tightest sphincter you ever spunked.
Spunked.
I don't. Spunked.
New word. Word of the day. Spunked. That's a tight sphincter. Is a spunked one.
A sphinx is.
Oh, here he come. Here he come.
A sphinx is a tight butthole.
Here Vader come, dude.
Lord Vader. I guess I'll be Vader. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm Anakin. No, wait a minute. Wait. I'm
now
lost.
Ah!
Yeah. Shit. I'm both of these voices.
Is she safe? Is she all right?
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
I couldn't. She was alive. I felt it.
Dude, stop ruining my equipment. It's expensive.
No.
She was alive. She was alive. Hidden. Safe.
I'll be Jimmy Schmidt. Does he have any lines? My wife and I will take the girl. We've always talked about adopting a baby girl. She will be loved with us.
And what of the boy? To Tatooine. To his
Fuck him.
Send him.
Fuck him. I'm sorry.
I will take the child and watch over him.
That's Lucas cut. Sorry. We got the Lucas cut where Jimmy Smith's like, fuck him. Fuck the boy.
I'll raise her as a princess. Raise him as a dirt farmer, water farmer, whatever.
Hey, Obi-Wan, you spend your next 20 years of your life looking after that stupid kid. We don't give a shit about her or him because he can't reproduce as well as Leia. So, you know.
First time you ever see Obi-Wan Kenobi is literally as a guy in a hood and a crazy and just going like this. And that's another reason he's my favorite character.
Hello there.
Don't be afraid, little friend. Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Have the men.
Critical Obi-Wan always seemed like he'd had a couple shots of Jack.
And he constantly had. He's constantly in bars. He constantly knows his way around bars. In Attack of the Clones, one of the first things they do is go investigate a bar, and he goes, I'm going to get a drink. And then he cuts off someone's hand, and like while he's finishing his drink, he's like, whatever. And then they go to Mos Eisley, and he said, and then Dex, who owns like a diner, you want a cup of Jawa juice?
Absolutely,
it's Jawa juice. Okay.
See, Obi-Wan likes to drink, dude, because he can't get the pussy. That's why he likes to drink.
Have you seen Auralnaut's Jedi party?
I don't think so.
They did voiceover spoofs of like the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith, and a bunch more stuff. And I don't know if you've ever seen Bane from Batman, his rap. They did like the Bane rap. That's Oral Knots. They've done a bunch of stuff. But if you look up Jedi,
I'm familiar with Oral Knots. The Kylo Ren. It's your boy.
Look up Jedi Party and watch the original one. Actually, maybe we can watch it together. I would love to do a watch party of that. Because I think
the last name of the fucking movie. Can we watch the ending?
Yeah, here you go.
The Emperor and Vader together,
Crossing his arms, his fake arms.
He's like, I'm just glad I can cross arms.
Corellian blockade runner, the same ship that we see beginning of A New Hope, escorting the baby Leia and Bail Organa to Alderaan. Say Alderaan or Alderaan? Say Alderaan.
Alderaan.
Alderaan. You looking for love in Alderaan blazes?
Yep. Skibbity boop, bop dip, lip, did lip.
Skibop doop scop, skibbly bop boop. I'm the scat man.
And then they Leia's here in this nice paradise of a world.
Do you remember Yeah.
Luke gets sent out to the fucking wastelands. Why?
Desert igloo life of squander.
And your aunt and uncle who are idiots.
Yes. They're moisture farmers.
God damn it. I feel so bad for the baby Luke. Reminds me of the baby Yoda.
Shadow on the sun.
Shadow on the sun. Shadow on the sun. And then he goes, what a gorgeous film movie. What a great film. Start to finish, front to back, head to toe, ass to penis, ass to vagina. This is a great movie.
Shows the downfall of Vader, sets up Luke and his story, shows the battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Vader or Anakin and / Vader that led to their whole thing. Like, yes, this is amazing.
What a great film. Hoff approves. Hoff puts it in a top 5 position easily. I put it up there with the Teletubbies movie.
I'm a massive fan. This is
When Harry Met Sally, right up with that.
I put like most of the Star Wars movies and like the original Lord of the Rings above anything. Like as far as my favorite films, I know that they're a better one, like The God and like other things like that. But for me personally, like the Star Wars, especially the original trilogy, but these ones too.
VeggieTales, Last Tomatoes, man. I don't know. I liked the Tomatoes Awaken, and then Ryan Johnson directed The Last Tomatoes, and it all went to shit. But
everyone,
I'm hoping the VeggieTales
is just a bad person.
I'm really concerned about the VeggieTales future, and I think it's a little too woke at this point, being a Christian show and all. Go ahead.
Vegetarians are furious at it. They crucified a tomato. Isn't it bad enough that people are eating tomatoes, let alone putting them up on a cross and torturing them? We can't even decide because a vegetable, it's not even, it's a fruit. Tomato is a fruit, and they're putting it in VeggieTales and then crucifying it.
It's only one.
I ask, Your Honor, is this just? It's just desserts, which is vegetables.
Jesus.
On that note, we're going to call it an end. This is it. Thank you for joining us. We always like to end on a vegetarian note because that's not true.
Shout out to the vegetarians. Thank you for doing a job I don't want to do.
Someone just told me to try an Impossible Burger, and I said no.
No,
I don't care.
I want to try that Possible Burger, the one that's real.
Bacon a lot.
I'm not gonna stop eating meat for no one.
And there you have it. So, Revenge of the Sith, meat, goodness, wholesome, Hoff, Vase, showcase, wonderfulness. We'll see you the next time that we see you. Thank you for being Classic Glue. We appreciate you being here till the very end. Everyone else that was here, we appreciate you as well. But he's still here, so I feel like shouting him out. We will see you another time.
Glue, my boy.